Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today's video is on why bodybuilding, more so fitness, is really genetic, but specifically if you're trying to build muscle. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to the best YouTube channel ever. It's like my new flag. I have this flag for several years now. And so the main takeaway to today's video as to why building tissue, building muscle is very much genetic. Reason being is because of one word, actually two words, which is protein synthesis. Okay, we're in first grade again, all right, and I'm your teacher, Miss Espinoza. And protein synthesis is the process by which the body builds and repairs muscle tissue. People often think that you're going to have to take something, right? We all know what that thing is. I call it super supplements. This is why it's irrelevant whether or not someone's natural or unnatural. Because number one, protein synthesis. Number two, what works for them will not work for you. Why? Because of genetics. Okay, we're all going to respond to different foods, different training, different supplements, different protocols, all differently. So if you ask somebody what they did, what they took, what they saw, what have you, it quite literally is wasting your time, because what works for them will not work for you. And there's no way to know unless you actually do the work. In other words, you have to actually work hard and work smart. And with the strategy, in order to see some sort of result in mass, strength, aesthetics, and the like, and even athletic capabilities. Something like an athletic sports or coordination type of activities, such as in the military. They're trained for, like, I talk about special operations because I like special operations. But in special operations, tactical training. Military training is very different from like a bodybuilding training, right? Bodybuilding, we're training for aesthetics. They're training more for to adapt very quickly. Mentally, they're to stay very sharp. To stay athletic, to have good endurance, all these sort of things. But the concept is that what works for Joe Schmo that wants to be in special operations is going to be different from a SpongeBob SquarePants that wants to be in special operations. You understand? In bodybuilding, it's the same thing. If you just so happen to be that rare rabbit that just so happens to get the same results as your friend, it's more than likely because, number one, you're a novice, or number two, you probably have some sort of good response to that in that moment in time. Hence the word in that moment in time, because yes, our body does change over time. Our body changes over time. It changes about every 8 years or so. Your hair changes every 8 years. Your skin changes every 8 years. Your voice can change every 8 years. But you change as a person technically every year, technically every day. But every 8 years or so is like the average of how you change. So that same thing even applies to fitness. So what worked for you 5 years ago for your fitness routine will not work for you in the next 5 years or the next 10 years. So you're always going to have to keep modifying and changing as a result of that change. You want to build muscle tissue. I tied my tank top. But protein synthesis is basically the reason as to why bodybuilding is different. What's going to work for someone else will not work for you, specifically when it comes to like supplements. Okay, super supplements that are going to get you bigger or whatever. Because again, it's the process by which your body is able to kind of convert that super supplement into new protein or new muscle tissue. You may not be efficient at turning that super supplement into new muscle tissue because your body is just not able to do it very efficiently, and thus you probably are not going to put on muscle tissue very quickly. And though it might take you 5 years, whereas Yelena over here, it takes her 3 months. I'm just kidding. No, but in all seriousness, it just is genetics. It's not to say that even if you work really hard and you're still not seeing progress, that you should just give up. No, because hard work works, and work hard, you work smart, you eat right, you're going to see some response. Now, yes, some people can get away with eating less healthier foods and still build muscle tissue because of the genetics. But mind you, that it's also because of their ancestors and their genes that they now, pass down to them. Don't let that discourage you. You have to stay positive, have a smile on your face, flex your 30-inch biceps, and subscribe to the best YouTube channel ever. Hooyah! And you have to work hard, work smart, and you have to enjoy it. So if you don't like, pumping your 35-inch biceps, want to be like Yelena, have these thunder thighs, then, and you like more CrossFit, or you like Pilates, or you like swimming, then do it. You have to find what works for you so that you can stick to it. Because if you stick to it, you'll stay in this for the rest of your life.